Hi, I'm Lopez, coming at you from lopezthesane.com, and in this video I'm going to talk about 22 business ideas for starting your own service business. Now, so let's get into this. The first business idea you can do is you can become an auto detailer. Now, becoming an auto detailer is all about detailing cars. It's all about cleaning cars inside and out, and the rates are different. I've heard some people spend anywhere from $50 to $200 getting their car detailed, and some of these guys are mobile. Some of these guys might be like right down the street from where you live. A lot of these people are that I know personally are usually near a flea market. It's usually like an open lot, somewhere where it's an open lot where they can be seen. So you can be an auto detailer. Next is you can become a dog walker. A lot of these people get paid anywhere between $15 to $30 per visit, and they usually spend about 20 minutes walking the dog on average. And sometimes if you're in like a major city like New York, LA, Chicago, Atlanta, the rates can almost double. So instead of getting paid $15 to $30 per visit, it could be $60. So the rates you can get more money in the bigger cities. So you can become a dog worker. Next is laundry service. Now, when it comes to laundry services, some of these people, they come to your house, get all your clothes, and wash it, and clean it, fold it, and bring it back to you, and you can build them. So you can start a laundry service. Very profitable business, by the way. Next, you can become a grocery shopper. Basically, you can charge people anywhere around $25 to $27 an hour, and basically, the homeowners would give you a list of stuff that they want. You go out and buy it, and you bring the food back. And the shopping trip on average, I guess it would probably take 3 to 4 hours. So that's pretty good money. Next, you can become a house cleaner. Now, house cleaners, I've heard it's usually anywhere between $20 to $40 an hour. You can house cleaning business is pretty common business in the big cities, to be honest. And it can be very profitable, and you can get as big as you want. You can have hire as many people as you want. You can have as many contracts as you want. And some people usually go big with this. They go all out. Some people will buy a franchise as a house cleaning business. So it's a pretty profitable business to be in. Next, you can become a gutter cleaner. Now, gutter cleaners, if you don't know what that is, that's the drain on the side of the houses that the water goes down and drives the water all the way down to the ground. Now, every once in a while, these drains get clogged and they need to be cleaned. So being a gutter cleaner business, you would basically go to the house and clean the gutters and get paid anywhere between $100 to $250 per project. That's what I've been hearing. So gutter cleaners is pretty good business. House painter. Now, as a painter, the prices vary, and it's going to be dependent upon whether it's residential, whether it's commercial businesses, or whether it's a store or whatever it is. So basically, when it comes to being a painter, you can pretty much negotiate your own prices. It's no limit, pretty much. It just depends on the market rate, the area, the budget of the person, that's willing to pay you for the services. So that's how that usually works. Next is a repair person. A lot of these people, they call them a handyman. So basically, it's a person that really is kind of flexible around the house and fixing stuff like leaky pipes. Maybe they might be a good plumber. Maybe they know how to do electrical work. Maybe they might be a painter. They might be a mechanic. So it's basically a handyman that's around the house that's very versatile in doing things. And you can if you know how to do, if you're a good handyman, you can negotiate your prices with most people. Next is a seamstress. A seamstress is, they usually create like wedding dresses or sew wedding dresses. They do a lot of custom clothing, so they're good at sewing, and they usually do a lot of special orders, custom made suits, custom dresses like for weddings and tuxedos. So the prices are negotiable if you know how to sew and you know how to knit. If you got skills with threads and needles and all that good stuff. So you can negotiate your prices with people. People are willing to pay a lot of money for clothing, custom made clothing. Like for me, for example, when I get my suits have to be custom made because my arms are much longer than the average man. So that's the problem that I have when it comes to buying suits. I can't buy suits out of stores because the arms, it's gonna be just too short. So I have to get my suits custom made because I'm a pretty tall guy with long arms. Next, you can become an interior decorator. Now, interior decorators are usually, design anything from houses, inside of big business buildings, inside of any place that's either a place of business or a place where people live, or an office or schools, or anywhere basically where it's furniture. For the most part, interior designer is needed, and these people they make anywhere between $20,000 to $80,000, or sometimes even better than $80,000. If you have corporate clients, you can make 6 figures as an interior designer. So, interior design the salary is pretty lucrative, and you can maximize your income very rapidly, very quickly, if you have the skills. Next, personal shopper. This is similar to a grocery shopper, but the only thing is, personal shopper usually focus more on clothing and gifts. Grocery shopper just focus on food. Personal shopper usually focus more on gifts, clothing, special shopping lists. Could be the holidays, could be personal stuff that you wouldn't want a person that's doing a grocery shopping to see. So that's the difference between a personal shopper and a grocery shopper. Next, professional organizer. Now, professional organizers usually get paid anywhere between $40 to $50 per hour, depending on the course, on what type of organization you're going to be working with, and the location and your skill level. Now, on average, they usually make between $40 to $200 per hour. But like I said, it's dependent upon your skill set, your location, and where you live at. If you live in a bigger city, there's a good chance you're going to get paid more versus being in a smaller town or a smaller city. But pretty lucrative. Next, yard maintenance. Yard maintenance is landscaping, mowing the lawn. You got a weed eater, you got a lawnmower, you're cutting the grass, you're maintaining, how the green grass look, I mean, you're maintaining, basically you're taking care of the whole outside as far as the land, soil, green grass, all that good stuff. And you can negotiate your prices when it comes to yard maintenance. Next, you can take care of elderly people. Now, this varies. A lot of times, I've heard the pay rate could go as low as $8 to $18. It depends on the skill set, company you work for, the patient, the elderly patient that you're taking care of, and the area that you're going to be working out of. So, taking care of elderly people is a very lucrative business. As a matter of fact, where I live is a lot of old people, and I see a lot of the younger nurses going into homes like sometimes 5 days a week, and they might stay there for anywhere between 4 to 6 hours a day, or even at night. So it can be. A lot of these girls make a pretty decent living. I mean, they're not knocking it out of the park, but it's pretty decent living. It's pretty decent salary for the area where I live at, especially if you live in a small town. So you can taking care of elderly people is a pretty decent job. Next, you can become a photographer. Now, becoming a photographer, I have some friends that are photographers, and there's a lot of areas where you can do photography at. You can do weddings. You can do strictly weddings and make 6 figures if you do strictly weddings. Then you can work with aspiring models. You can take that route. I know some guys take that route. And then you can work with corporate companies. You can do corporate events. You can do conferences and seminars. So it's a lot of different ways you can work. You can do magazines. There's a lot of different areas you can become a photographer or whatever. So it's pretty good. Just some ideas that you probably would think about becoming a photographer. And next, you can become a tax preparer. Now, it's not tax season anymore, but becoming a tax preparer is pretty lucrative. You can make anywhere between, on the low end, let's say $25,000. On the high end, you can do about $80,000. It just depends on the company you're going to be working for, and your skill set, how long you've been doing it, the location, the number of clients you see on a weekly basis. So doing tax is pretty lucrative business. Next, you can become a coffee deliverer. Now, coffee is something many people can't live without. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I know some people that when they get busy at work, maybe they can't leave, or maybe they don't want to leave, so they'd rather get somebody else to go get the coffee. Sometimes some people don't have a personal assistant, or maybe the job that they have doesn't come with a personal assistant. So sometimes they'd rather just be able to call somebody and have them deliver coffee to them, just like they deliver food to them. So delivering coffee, that's like an up and coming service business. Next, customer service. Now, customer service, every business needs customer service, whether they know it or not. You need phone support, computer support, some type of there's a lot of independent reps out here, a lot of companies that specialize in supporting small businesses for customer support. And sometimes it could be 1 or 2 people, like 1, 2, 3, maybe up to 5 people with just one small business. And a lot of these small businesses will outsource the customer service to outsourcing companies. And so a lot of people need like phone support, they need help. So, the price varies, you can negotiate, but hey, maybe there's something that you could look into and help a lot of small businesses in your area. Next, you can become a personal assistant. I mentioned this earlier. Now, personal assistant is basically somebody that usually work with small businesses, or they work with like on a lot of these movie sets. Could be personal assistant. Basically run errands. They do pretty much anything you could probably think of. They pick up clothing from the dry cleaners. They go to the post office. They pay bills. They make arrangements. They do all the tasks that the business owner either don't want to do or don't have time to do. So, it could be shopping, could be going to get food, could be a personal shopper, it could be personal assistant. Pretty much do any and everything you could probably think of. And they make anywhere between, on average, $14 to $20 an hour. And this is going to be dependent on the company, location, and your experience. So, personal assistant is a pretty decent job. You make pretty decent salary doing it or whatever. So, check into that if that's of interest to you. Next, you can become a freelance writer. Now, if you don't have any skills of being a writer, you can learn. All you have to do is buy a couple books, take a couple courses online, and if you need any help with this, just leave your comments below and I'll be able to point you in the right direction if you want to become a freelance writer. Now, there's a lot of different kinds of writers. There's a creative writing, there's a copywriter, there's social media marketing. They do a lot of writing. There's blogging. You can be a ghostwriter. So this is a broad area of freelance writing. So if you don't have any skills and if you want to learn, just leave your comments below, and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. And next, you can become a virtual assistant. A virtual assistant is basically somebody that manages, helps small businesses manage emails, they do a lot of research, blog management. They do a lot of the little things that help small business owners free up their time so they can focus on their business. So it's kind of like a virtual assistant. It's kind of like a personal assistant. With a virtual assistant, their main area of expertise is strictly online. Strictly online. It's managing email, checking emails, checking the social media, maintaining the social media, checking the blog, maintaining the blog. So that's what a virtual assistant's job mainly lies in. Strictly online. And last but not finally, you can become a social media manager. Now, social media manager is pretty much on the rise now. And as a social media manager, you would maintain Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube for a lot of the small businesses everywhere. It doesn't even have to be in your area anymore, because a lot of these jobs are virtually online today. So if you have skills in creating campaigns, if you have skills in maintaining social media, or if you have a proven track record of creating a following online, you already have the skills. You just have to get your marketing campaigns in front of the right small business owners, or you have to go to seminars or go to meetup groups or go to the local groups in your area, like the Chamber of Commerce, and meet business owners in your town and just network with them and tell them that you're a social media manager and you can help them with their business. And if you don't have any skills in this area, and if you want to learn, just go to digitalmarketingfast.com. That's digitalmarketingfast.com. And if you have any comments about this, just leave the comments below this video. So that's it, guys. So if you like what you heard in this video, go to check out my website, give me a thumbs up. Any comments, concerns, like I said, leave your comments below. So until next time, peace.